Very good morning to everyone present here. I am delighted to be a part of this gathering, which gives much attention to strategic philanthropy in our country. I welcome you all to the Convention Hall of BSE, Asia's first stock exchange. This used to be the trading hall of BSE. While this hall has seen many firsts in the history of Indian markets, it's a matter of pride that we are gathered here today to discuss a matter of national importance. Dasra Foundation has picked up a very noble cause of strategic philanthropy. It's my pleasure to open the day with a brief address at the Dasra Philanthropy Week. I applaud the founders, Deval Sanghvi and Neera Nandi, in their noble initiative to help create social change. This Philanthropy Week inspires collaborative giving and partnership amongst philanthropists, funders, corporates, and the government. Simultaneously, it enables high-impact non-profit organizations to scale their operations, thereby bringing a larger number of people out of poverty. BSE has been helping India create wealth for the last 139 years. Today, as Deval said, the listed wealth on BSE exceeds $1.1 trillion. The most important job today for India over the next 20 years is to create jobs. India needs to create 15 million new jobs every year for next 20 years. That is 300 million new jobs, one of the largest in the world. In fact, 15 million jobs is actually almost equivalent to Australia's entire population and US's entire non-working population, which is supposed to work. So effectively, when we worry about employment, it is basically India where the battle is being fought. BSE has been working or has helped India create wealth as well as jobs. But taking people together in this march to create job is absolutely important. What is commendable is the fact that the foundation also works with the philanthropists, social entrepreneurs, and brings together knowledge, funding, and people to catalyze social change in the country. The noteworthy question is why philanthropy should be significant to companies today. While we have spent years debating the topic, the new Companies Bill has clearly defined that any successful business must contribute back to the society in which it operates. While CSR, social responsibility, and strategic philanthropy have become the buzzwords, the fact remains that businesses must behave in ethical and transparent manner and must give back to the society. The new Companies Bill may have thrown the spotlight back on the responsibility of businesses towards the issue of national importance. However, there are still conglomerates like Tata's, Birla's, who have worked with the foundations over many decades to help create a sustainable ecosystem through various initiatives. The national voluntary guidelines have been followed by various responsible corporates over the past years and have stressed upon the principle that businesses should respect the interests of and be responsive towards all stakeholders. BSE has a tie-up with Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, to define CSR index, which is going to be published sometime soon. It is work in progress, and we believe that the 2% profits of the companies which are a larger size might actually unleash more than 15,000 crore rupees into this sector. I also have a hope and a belief that the corporate leaders who currently compete with each other to create higher and higher profits will also compete in this area to get better and better results for the society. The NVG principle recognizes that businesses have a responsibility to think and act beyond the interest of its shareholders to include all the stakeholders. The principle, while appreciating that all stakeholders are not equally influential or aware, encourages businesses to proactively engage with and respond to those that are disadvantaged, vulnerable, and marginalized. BSE is proud to partner Dasra Foundation as it has picked up a very relevant cause of the issues faced by adolescent girls in India. The report clearly mirrors the hardships faced by the adolescent girls in our country. It troubles me to learn through Dasra report, Owning Her Future, that over 113 million adolescent girls in India are a largely vulnerable and an abused group. India, home to 60 million child brides, has 95% of its adolescent girls drop out of school by age 15 in leading states, and over 50% girls face domestic violence. BSE also has been working with various NGOs in this area. BSE recently completed the renovation work relating to Arya Kanya Gurukul at Porbandar, relating to its hostel and other renovation work, which was undertaken immediately after the Gujarat earthquake. In last 13 to 14 years, BSE has been handholding Arya Kanya Gurukul. At this juncture of development, our country cannot disrespect the adolescent girls, especially when they form a very important part of India's growth story. Being one of the youngest growing nations in the world, it would be perilous for the nation to not take notice of the current situation and ignore a very significant section of the society. It is imperative for us to look at the gray areas in the society that require immediate attention and take control of the situation before it becomes too huge for anyone to handle. Dasra Foundation has taken the lead and has mirrored one such gray area which needs support from all sections of the society. It is not only the job of the government to solve the problems for all of us. In the world's largest democratic nation, it is time that we come together, debate, design a strategy to eliminate any threat to the sustenance and the growth of our nation. We need to ensure that the daughters of our nation receive proper education, nutrition, and security. I'm hopeful that the discussions amongst the participants in the Dasra Philanthropy Week brings together meaningful solutions that help us create a better environment for over 113 million adolescent girls in India. This Philanthropy Week is a time for a long overdue dialogue between civil society, organizations, policymakers, and the private sector on what can be done to improve the lives of adolescent girls and enable them to fulfill their potential. There is an urgency to place adolescent girls at the center of development by understanding their environments and the challenges they face. I would request everyone to contribute in every possible manner to ensure that the daughters of India have a bright future and can contribute the growth story of our society. Thank you very much for coming in the morning.